Greetings, my lovely pirates. Again, I did not want this time to go all in and start buying the hero and boosting as much as I can, because this is a month of collaboration and this is the first time we're getting a collaboration. But I am a very experienced player when it comes to collaboration on Fun Plus games. I would like to know and show you exactly whether they are being generous on this collaboration, or it is just going to be like any other event in which it will have an SP hero. This SP hero will cost you like so much fucking money. So before we go on, let me tell you that my spending this time is extremely low compared to any time I have spent ever on any SP hero. The reason is I want to be as much honest as I can to give you an idea and to give you some prediction when it comes to the future of the SP heroes of such like this one, and give you my opinion too, whether you can actually get this hero for free or not. So let's start by saying that we have no idea how many events are going to be there. Why? Because we are too early on this event. What does this mean? This means the following: that this stage in which we are playing right now is a whaling stage. Whaling stage is usually meant for the big players who are spending so much money trying to max everything that comes online as soon as possible. So this stage is not for you at all. If you are a low spender, even if you are a mid spender, just please stay away from maxing the hero as soon as possible. As I said, I'm going to be extremely honest when it comes to this event. So how much did I spend? I can literally show you how much did I spend using the cumulative purchases in here. So as you can see, where is my maximum spending? My maximum spending so far is $30, but those $30 were not all related to the event. I had to buy some. I cannot miss, for example, the subscription for the station or something. So not all of these actually went for the event. So let me show you how much exactly I have gotten. I could say for free or for $5 or something. So there are draws here. Okay, you are going to get some draws daily, some in which are free and some from doing the quest, etc. The problem is the chance for you to get anything from these fragments is extremely low. I mean, if we take a look, where are the rules in here? These are the odds and the rules. First of all, you should forget about the 0.1, the 0.5, unless you are extremely lucky. Most of what you are going to get is from this. Okay, and even if we added the purple, so 30, the green ball, you are not going to get anything. The blue ball, you are not going to get anything. The purple ball, you are not going to get anything. So basically your only chances is those three, and all of those three combined is even less than 10%. So if we are assuming that you are going to get any of those, these are the chances. Wait a moment, because I need to explain to you this again. So let's assume you were lucky and you got the golden ball. If you get the golden ball, you are getting these as chances, which means the following: you hit the 9%, okay? Then there is a 50% of after you are hitting this 9% that you are going to get 1 fragment. A 27% after you hit the 10% that it's going to be 2 fragments. A 9% and then another 10% that you are going to get 3 fragments, all the way up to the 15. So you are required to hit the lottery every single time you hit. Okay, but I don't wanna rush and tell you that this is everything about it, because I will show you something else soon. Okay, but overall you are required to be extremely lucky to be able to get the fragments for this hero. Okay, now here's a proof to me as someone who's extremely low spending in this account. I have made 19 drones. The event has been out since this is the second day right now, and guess what? How many did I get from those 19? Was it only 5? Let's take a look and see. See, it is only 5. So out of the 19 fragments I have done, I have only got 5 fragments, and those 5 fragments came from the 5 draws only. That's it. They did not come from anything else but those 9 draws, which is a problem, because now if we talk about free to play, this means most likely you are only going to get few stars at max, or maybe summon the hero, or 1 star or 2 stars, maybe 3 stars if you are super lucky. But there are things that you should be doing in order for yourself to increase the amount of the reward. What I don't like though is there is no other way for you to earn those draws, at least so far, because we don't know yet what is going to happen. Because you can see the 7-day sign-in gives you almost every single day 1 gacha coin, all of these. So you are going to get 6 draws for free. We have no idea if we are going to have another 7 days sign-in for us to be able to get more draws. At the same time, the other bundle that has a free into it, I think where it is, yeah, it's Frame Miracle. We're going to get 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 additional draws. If you want, you can just buy it with glintstones, which I do not recommend at fucking all. And even if we wanted to pay the $10, this $10 is going to give you 4 fragments to it. Later we are going to discuss this. Even if you go for the $50 literally gives you nothing when it comes to the draws. So this is basically how much you can get. Do we have any other way to get the fragments for her? Yes, in the mystery gacha there is an extremely low chance of getting more tokens. How is by the following. If you click it here at the odds, there is the chance of you getting 0.1% and getting this golden egg. This, I don't know what to call it, if it's a golden egg or something, or a guaranteed big gacha token golden egg. Of course, this is not for the free play. This is for the spenders in your gang or in your server that they are willing to spread this rewards across anyone. But again, remember guys that there is still 26 more days left, so we have no fucking idea which kind of free stuff they are going to give. Okay, so far, if we assumed that you are getting 50, 60 or even 100 draws, the maximum you would be able to hope for from this is reaching out the 2nd star, maybe 3rd star. That's it. But making the hero 6 star, I believe at this stage is quite impossible unless they have introduced something else. So these are the negatives on my mind. This is a collaboration hero, and the collaboration hero has multiple of stages. It is a resonated collaborated hero, which means it has multiple of stage of upgrades. Like this is an SP hero, for example. If it is regular SP hero, I will tell you, yeah, it's not a problem. Why it's not a problem? Because every time this hero comes, you can just save up the glintstones, and you have a way to get actually the glintstones and upgrade it, even if it's gonna take you so much time, but it's doable. But when it comes to the new event, it is not actually doable unless maybe in the future they are going to introduce something else. So overall, my dear free-to-play players, or maybe say extremely low spenders, the extremely low spenders will have much better chance, obviously, from those who are free-to-play at all. But free-to-play at all cannot really get anything from this more than 2 to 3 stars, and I'm assuming 3 stars too if they are lucky. But this is when it comes to the hero itself. But when it comes to the event itself, I would say the event itself is way much better. Why I'm saying it's way much better? Because I can show you the amount of the stuff that I have gotten, given the fact how much I have spent. But again, there is a problem and downside with that. Yeah, by the way, I wanted to comment on this. This is a pure garbage. This event is pure garbage. Why? Look at this rewards. 500k gold, 3 stones. Are you serious? 500k gold? How are these are fucking milestone rewards? I have no idea. I mean, when I first time played this game, the basic rewards of the first time of going into the server world were 10 times better than this. This is really horrible. Horrible. I'm not sure if they are intended to do this. Is it for real? I'm really not sure. Like, these quests requires you to spend stuff. And look, increase velocity, prosperity, or gather. Yeah, gather is easy. They are. But this one, for example, like, why would the fuck would I summon 50 times if I'm not gonna get any good rewards? But overall, that's what I wanted to say. Now, if we go to the other bundles in here, this is the only good bundle out of these two. This second one, which is cost $50, is not really worth that much. But anyway, the other second reward that is relatively very nice is this one. Yeah, this one, the one basically that allows you to get more points, and those points are going to give you every single time you hit a milestone. It's going to give you draws. Okay, so if we assume this is what you are going to get daily. Okay, this is your daily 20, 5, 5, that's 30, 35, 40, and 50. Okay, so 50. If you did some small math, it's going to be 50 multiplied, let's say 28 days left for me, 28 days, which means 1,400. So it's gonna be up to this 1,400, because I'm assuming by that time you will be able to at least some of the hero promoted get all of these. I'm not sure if these are going to even be activated or not. And remember, Path of Growth, if you are a low spender who doesn't mind spending $5 a day, this is going to boost the rewards massively. But if you are free to play again, this is the maximum you could be hoping for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, some 14 extra fragments to someone, which is disappointing. But if you don't mind spending $5 a day, holy shit, that's a lot too. $5 a day. I'm talking about low spenders. So up to $150, you will most likely be able to finish this. I'm assuming you will be able to finish this, because every day this $5 in here is going to give you 100. So if we do the math, 28 multiply 100, you are going to get 2,800 on the top of what you are getting. So if for free to play, for example, stop down here, the $5 spender should be around here, around this stage. I'm not sure how you are able to get the 5,000 and 6,000. It doesn't really make much sense unless they plan to add something else. This one. So the event task itself is going to be refreshed and increased as soon as you upgrade. I think once you promote or once you increase the hero's power, this is the easiest. You should be starting with this. The hero levels, every time you increase the hero level, is going to give you. So I'm assuming this is how you get more fragments. So basically, the one who decides to spend the $5 every day is the one that is going to get more fragments. Okay, guys. So far we have talked about the hero itself and how to get it from the draws and how little the draws are. But let us talk about the positive things of this event. This event has some negatives, which we have talked about, which is related to the hero itself, but there are some positive stuff. The positive stuff here is the crossover store itself. I am aware that, again, I'm different than the rest. Since my account is strong and I'm able to spend, at least I have some resources to do that, but the rest, they don't have the options that I am having. One thing is, though, if you can spare little amount of money to get this 400 lucky egg, it is absolutely worth it. And again, you can combine this from Blossom Phantom, I think. No, not this one. I do apologize. There is this one. where, yeah, deep sea puzzle here, deep sea puzzle. So far I have spent nothing at all in here. Okay, this is the first 2 days. I would say on the last day, once you finish up the 12 days of those, or 11 days of these, you are going to have 3 per day from the backs. See, I have not bought any single bundle, so every single day you're going to get 3 of those, and multiply that by 12 or 13, this is almost 40, which means most of these will be unlocked if you are lucky or something. Then you can spend some money to get the lucky cards and then you will get the skin. And once you get the skin too and the lucky card, I think, let's see, 100, 200, 300, this is the 300 cards. It will help you in here when you are trying to exchange for this. And keep in mind another thing, that this is 58 days, so there is not actually any rush at all. Okay, let's go back to discuss the store and how can you actually get the stars, in which is the only good positive things about this event. So I like the way that they have added a possible ways for you to get this, but again, I think it is unfair and it needs a lot of fixing. Let me show you what do I mean by that. So I have tried all of those, and I'm gonna talk about every single one of these. There is an explanation to all of those, with the exception of gold. I had to make a test for each one of those to show you when you are going to actually get a seagull. For example, if you want to get seagull, this sounds like the easiest of them, and of course the most costly of them. The first one costs you time, the second one costs you resources, the third one costs you resources, the fourth one costs you efforts. Do you see the difference? The first one costs you nothing but time, which is going to hurt you when it comes to this one. The second one costs you resources, which is your elements. The third one is again going to cost you speed ups, in which, when we come to those two, I will talk about them in separate, but let us discuss the earn gold through trades for a chance, and let's go talk about the thing armed. So I was doing testing, as you can see here in the video. I have made a video about me testing killing a lot of sync armed, and it turns out that it is a 50% chance every single time you kill an armed. If you kill sync 1, it's not gonna work. I think it's 50% chance, so it's not terrible, and it doesn't really require you to use stamina. I have confirmed that. So you need to kill around 2500 if you want to collect the 1250, which I believe the easiest of all of those, because it's gonna cost you only time and nothing else. But there is a brutal problem when it comes to the first one, which is again sounded easy, but it's not an easy at all. For me to be able to be efficient about it, and the best way I found is that you need to find 2 boards. Those 2 boards might be belonging to your gang. Maybe try to ask for the trade buff too. And then I did manage to get 3 only within 15 minutes. This was the best result for me. This is the video for it. As you can see, I have done it. It was like 150,000 gold over 15 minutes or 900 seconds. That gave me 3 only. So basically every 5 minutes it's going to give you 1. So if we try to do the math for this one, if it's a 500 and 1,000, 1250, 1250, multiply that by 5 minutes, it is going to be, holy fucking chicks, 6,250 minutes. Divide that by 60. If we want to divide that by 60, so this alone is going to take you 104 hours of non-stop trading, which is going to be exhausting as fucking hell, because it is how much income you are making. And if you want to stare at the BC for literally 4 days non-stop to make this gold through, then this is the only way for you to get it. As for the speed ups, I can show you the speed ups. Okay, so let's let's check the speed ups and we can confirm how much it's going to give us. So this is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So it's 4 hours for one honor seagull. So if you want to do the math for this one, it is going to be, let me do the calculation, 1250, multiply that by 4. So the total amount of speed ups you need to use to max out this is going to be around 5,000 hours of speed up within those 5 days that you are having right now, since we only have 5 days. I have no idea if these stuff are going to refresh. Where it is? Yeah, here. So if you want, this is going to be 5,000 hours. 5,000, yeah, I think around 5,000 hours if you want to use all of those from I will try to do a video about these. I think I'm not gonna buy anything, I'm just gonna try to go to do this. Anyway, there is one more thing which is the best, I think, of these, is assuming you are a mid-level ship and you have a nice ship or nice mini ships or something, it is going to be the event that comes every 4 hours, this Blossom event. Yeah, the Blossomfire Phantom. This is the only event in which you can actually earn some stars, some decent amount of stars, especially if you manage to get the last attack. Let me check the system here. See here, if you, the first one gets 500, second one is 415, fourth one is I think 400. I'm not sure the lower how much it will be, but then it can give you a nice amount. If you are 10th, you're not going to get anything, sadly. So let's check the rest here. I am rank 3, I got 350. And where is the list? Here, yeah. Here, 450, rank 2. Here, again. Oh my god, this looks like me. I got nothing, so it looks like only top 3 are going to get. I got nothing in here. And there is here one, rank 2, 450. And guess what? Final strike, and the Blossom will give you 500. Another here, I was lucky, I got the final. So I think this is the only one that actually can give you some decent amount. I have saved my horns. I can actually use some horns in this one, which is really going to be nice. I think that's basically it overall. As for the elements, for my elements, I am doing 2 things. The first one being, on the offer, I would buy anything that is related to conches and stuff. Like, let me buy more conches from the store. To get the seagull. This is one. Another thing is, I would buy the speed ups from here before I use my own speed ups on the things that I want to upgrade. So do not rush and directly buy the speed ups. Just buy them temporary in here, and then you can use them once you have Legend of Conquest, so you can combine 2 purchases. Well, another thing is you can just do the donations. I am doing the donations in here, and I'm doing the donations on the donation here station, which obviously you cannot go this much unless you are a whale. But this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see how much actually I'm able to finish up in those 60s or 70s. Again, not everything is possible for every delay, but someone like Hoarder or something might be able to get something from those. I'm not expecting much for you to get, but the only thing here which I assume everyone won't have a problem with it is the sync armed fighters, like those armed. This is going to be easy, but so much time fucking consumed, and this one is going to just, while you are going to sleep, you should do this. Or if you have someone to log in your account, you can just maybe do it in the shorter range areas. But the problem is you're gonna log in every single hour to do it, unless again you have bought this. I did not even buy it. This one, which is increases the amount of trades into 200. These are your only options really. Otherwise, yeah, hopefully they improve this in the future. Otherwise it is really time fucking consuming. So that's basically it, guys, and have a wonderful day. I'm not over yet. I'm gonna make more videos regarding this event. See you guys.